Hello, welcome. I'm Diablo and today I'm giving you my Game Week 8 predictions for the Premier League. So, Game Week 7 didn't happen, so we have to go back to Game Week 6 to see how I did or didn't do. Quite simply, it was atrocious. I managed to get 3 right, 7 wrong. Not the best at all. So we won't go into that. Too much time has passed. Game Week 7 was obviously postponed. We're into Game Week 8, but before we get into Game Week 8, there's a few things I think we need to talk about. Tuchel being sacked, replaced by Graham Potter. I have to say in my Premier League table predictions, I did mention that I'd love to see Graham Potter at a bigger club, so it's come true. I think he'll be a fantastic acquisition to Chelsea. I'm totally amazed at how quick Chelsea turned that entire deal round. Literally, bang, you're gone, bang, you're in, we're paying the 20 million quid, bish bash bosh. Though Chelsea's owner, I'm not quite impressed with him. I mean, yes, okay, he allowed Chelsea to spend 270 million quid, fair dues. Now he's talking about an all-star game, playoffs, relegation of 4 teams. It's like, dude, you've just come into the league, jog on. We have one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Leave it alone. The only thing that's broken is VAR. But getting back to Tuchel, on an interesting note, I think he deserved to go in some ways. 17 draws, 11 defeats, 55% win ratio, not the greatest in the world, probably one of the worst points per game hauls. I'm not going to say the worst because it wasn't the worst. I think it's something like 1.94 points per game that he averaged, and the only ones I'll take seriously is people like Mourinho, 212 games, 2.19. Then you've got Conte after 76 as 2.14, Ancelotti after 76 at 2.07. You know, I can't take Rafa Benitez's record seriously, 1.96 after 26, so he hasn't played enough games for me to take that seriously, but, you know, perhaps the writing was on the wall. What did the Chelsea owner say? He wasn't on the same page as us. I mean, let's be honest, the only thing Chelsea didn't do was actually buy a centre forward, which they needed, but, you know, there you go. Who are we to criticise? Anyway, let's get into Game Week 8 and the games that are actually taking part, because there's a few games that are postponed. So as the record stands at this moment in time, I have 29 correct, 31 incorrect, and I really need this week to be a banger and make up for all those lost opportunities. And with only 7 games as well. So Friday night we have Villa Southampton. I'm going Southampton. Let's pile the pressure onto Gerrard. I think that'd be quite amusing. I think he's hanging on by a string. Next up, Forest Fulham. Gonna call this one a draw. I just don't know. I don't think Forest will lose at home. I said that against Bournemouth. That bit me in the arse. Forest being 2-0 up and then completely capitulating. One change from Bournemouth and Cooper from Forest just didn't have a Scooby-Doo what to do. So I'm risking it for a biscuit for a draw, but I feel it will be a score draw. 1-1, 2-2, don't really care, but it will be a score draw. Wolves City. City have got to bounce back. That game against Villa, let's not talk about it. Newcastle Bournemouth. I've got to say, this season I'm a little bit on the Newcastle bandwagon. I like the way Howe's got them playing. I like the look of Newcastle. I like the fact that they went hammer and tong at City. They're unlucky to get a 3-3 draw. I think they should have held on. They didn't. That's football. But there's so much potential there. I like their team as well. I fancy him to do Bournemouth, especially at home. Toon Army. Jesus Christ. The noise alone will be enough to win games. Spurs Leicester. This could be literally the nail in the coffin of Brendan Rodgers. I'm not sure how much time he's got left. I know the club's got financial issues and that's some of the reason why they didn't invest so much money, but they are playing with no Scooby bloody Doo. They look clueless. In fact, they couldn't find their way out of a cardboard box with directions. They strike me as a team that will go the wrong way down a one-way street. They just literally have no imagination. It's actually quite guttering because I think everyone after Leicester won the Premier League have a soft spot for them. We all do have that general soft spot for a team. Everyone likes a little bit of Leicester to do well. You don't like to see them struggling. Personally, I couldn't give a toss. I'd like to see Spurs batter them again. Well, no, perhaps not batter them because then Rodgers will get sacked and it's not fair to Leicester supporters. I can understand how they would feel, but I think he's got minimal chances to turn it around. And ironically, I've chosen Spurs in this game and I'm sure Brendan Rodgers will turn it around and Leicester will win 4-0. Just be my luck because Spurs were awful against Sporting. What a shambles. Anyway, Sunday, Brentford, Arsenal. I'm going Arsenal. They're going to bounce back after the defeat against Manchester United. I mean, for 60 minutes? Should we say 60? We'll stick with 60. They were the better side. Didn't take their chances. That's their problem. United done an absolutely superb job on them. Should have been a goal up in the first 10 minutes. Just were more cutthroat, bit more ruthless. Arsenal have got to learn from that if they actually want to break the top 4, top 5. I think they're more than capable of doing it because I like the way they play, but they've got to be more cutthroat. And the final game of the weekend, Everton, West Ham. Look, I don't think Everton should have stayed up last season, and one of my closest mates, well, my best mate, is an Evertonian. So I like winding him up, obviously, and I have not been on the Everton bandwagon this season. I think they're a shambolic club at this moment in time, and it's nothing to do with him personally. It's just the way their club's been run, the decisions they've made. I don't particularly like the way they've been playing. Don't get me wrong, I thought they were very impressive against Liverpool, and it's probably the first time where I actually thought to myself, whoa, hold on, let's step back. Everton deserved the 3 points here. They were better than Liverpool. They ran harder than Liverpool. They closed down better than Liverpool. They've done a bit of a Manchester United on them, just couldn't finish. We won't talk about the goal that was or wasn't. It's pointless now. It's all past gone. But again, it goes back to VAR. Needs to be sorted out. Needs to be resolved because there's some shambolic decisions going on with VAR. Jesus Christ, there is some real, I want to say eye-openers, just really, they're not even that. It's half the time you think Stevie Wonder's doing the bloody VAR. But yes, on this game, to finish off, I'm going with West Ham. Now I need a clean sweep. I need all 7. What are my chances of getting all 7 correct? Let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're enjoying the prediction series. It's not going my way, which is frustrating as anything. And as normal, I will catch you next time.